Listen carefully, God says, you are out. Finally, I am exposing your uncle. The one who thought he could hide behind laughter and silence, behind the mask of family and blood. I have watched the secret rooms, the whispered plans, the hands that moved in shadows when you were too young to understand what was being done against you. I saw the jealousy that grew in his heart the day I chose you. I saw the envy when he realized that my hand rested on your life. He smiled at you, but his heart carried a plan. He wanted to slow you down. He wanted to hold you in circles of delay, to make you question your own calling, to make you believe that something was wrong with you. But I tell you today, nothing was wrong with you. Something was wrong with him. And now the light is breaking through the lies. The truth that has been hidden for years is about to breathe. For a long time, I let him play his part, not because I was silent, but because I was writing a story that needed patience. I needed you to grow through the pain. I needed you to learn how to stand even when those closest to you tried to bury your name. You didn't know that I was standing behind you when you cried after being betrayed by the very person who was supposed to protect you. You thought I had forgotten. You thought I had left you in that storm. But my child, every tear that fell from your eyes was a seed planted in the soil of justice. Now, those seeds are breaking through the ground. The season of exposure has come. I am lifting the curtain from his hidden works. He will not be able to manipulate the story anymore. What he tried to use against you will now be used to reveal him. What he buried will rise and speak. The lies he told will now testify against him. You are out of the trap. You are out of the cycle. You are out of the curse that tried to move through your bloodline. What ran in that family stops with you. The spiritual chain that your uncle strengthened through greed, control, and secret wickedness, it breaks tonight. You will not carry his burden. You will not inherit his mistakes. I am cutting that tie, even now as my word reaches you. Your uncle is being exposed not because you sought revenge, but because I am a God of order. I do not let hidden evil go unjudged forever. I gave him time. I whispered warnings to his heart. I sent conviction to his dreams. I used your silence as a mirror to show him mercy, but he refused it. He thought your quietness meant defeat, but your quietness was my protection. I hid you while I prepared the judgment. You have felt confusion about why things went wrong when you trusted him. You kept thinking you made bad choices, but you didn't. The reason everything he touched in your life turned against you is because his motives were never pure. He smiled at your blessings while secretly hoping they would fail. He spoke peace, but released jealousy in the spirit. And now the wind is changing. Every false alliance he built is crumbling under the weight of truth. Do you remember the moments you couldn't explain, the sudden losses, the broken promises, the unexpected turns? They were not accidents. There were hands pulling invisible strings behind the scenes. But now those strings are snapping. The darkness that covered your destiny is losing its grip. My light is stronger, and my justice has begun. You are about to witness what I meant when I said, "Vengeance is mine." It is not cruelty. It is divine balance. I am restoring the years you lost under manipulation. I am restoring your name, your peace, and your trust. You will walk freely without fear that someone is secretly working against you. For years, his voice shaped the way others saw you. He spoke behind your back, planting lies like seeds. But I have sent my wind to scatter every lie. Truth will find its way to every ear that once believed the false report. My child, you must not let bitterness take root now. I am exposing him, not so you will hate, but so you will be free. Freedom requires light. Exposure is painful, but it is necessary. Let me handle the justice. Let me carry the weight of what he did. I am not only freeing you from his actions, I am freeing you from the emotional prison he built around your mind. That guilt you felt, that confusion you carried, it was never yours. He placed it there to keep you silent. But now, I am removing it. There will be a day soon when you look back and realize that every delay, every betrayal, every dark season was pushing you closer to this divine moment. I am turning the hidden wounds into wisdom. You will speak from experience, and your voice will carry healing to others who were betrayed by those they trusted. What was meant to destroy you will now become your testimony. Do not be surprised when people begin to distance themselves from him. I am touching hearts, opening eyes, showing truth in dreams and conversations. The same people who once believed him will begin to sense that something is not right. You will not have to defend yourself. The truth will defend you. I am your defender, says the Lord. I have waited for this hour because the time of silence is over. I am making what was hidden known. Your uncle is about to face what he created. The things he spoke in darkness are echoing now under the light of exposure. He cannot escape what is written in my plan. But hear me well. This exposure is not to shame you or your family. It is to release you from a generational curse that has long hidden in that bloodline. It is to make space for purity, for blessing, for divine order. You are the one I chose to break it. That is why your life has felt like a war since birth. You were not cursed, you were chosen to confront the curse. Even when you were small, he noticed something about you that others did not. A light. A favor. A presence. He tried to suppress it. But the more he resisted you, the stronger that light grew. And now, he can no longer contain it. The darkness within him cannot stand the purity of your spirit. That is why his schemes are falling apart one by one. Do not worry about how I will do it. Just stay still. Keep your peace. I am already moving. Behind the scenes, I have rearranged people, conversations, and situations. Those who once helped him will now withdraw. His own words will trap him. His own pride will reveal him. You do not need to fight for exposure, it is already happening. You have been feeling strange shifts lately, sudden heaviness, unexpected peace, waves of emotion. That is the spiritual transition. Heaven is rearranging your life. I am removing anything connected to his influence. Even people who carry his spirit, those who act like him, think like him, or echo his energy, will quietly leave your circle. Let them go. It is not rejection. It is divine separation. When the truth comes out, it will shock many. But I will hold you steady. You will not rejoice in his downfall, but you will rejoice in your freedom. I am teaching you how to love without bondage, how to forgive without being fooled again. You will walk with wisdom now. Your spirit will discern quickly who carries pure motives and who hides behind false smiles. Every trap that was set against you is turning into a testimony. The very thing your uncle used to hold over you will become the evidence of my deliverance. I am writing a new chapter that begins with exposure but ends in elevation. You will rise not because he fell, but because I am lifting you beyond the reach of manipulation. This is not about revenge, it is about release. You have been under spiritual surveillance for years, and the enemy used him as a vessel to monitor your progress. But I have cut that connection. No more interference. No more delay. No more confusion. I have placed a wall of fire around you, and every plan formed against you will dissolve before it can touch you. You will notice soon, dreams will shift, clarity will return, opportunities will reopen. The heaviness that sat on your shoulders for so long will lift like smoke. That is the sign that the spiritual tie has broken. That is the evidence that exposure has begun. Be ready. Because after exposure comes restoration. What he took from you, time, peace, confidence, opportunities, I will return in double measure. You will stand in places he never wanted you to see. You will prosper in ways he secretly wished you wouldn't. But you will do it without pride, without anger, because your heart belongs to me. Do not look back with fear. The past is losing its grip. I am taking your story and breathing new life into it. You will soon understand why I allowed this delay. I wanted you to see that no human being, no matter how close, can control your destiny when I have marked it. You are out. Finally, you are out. Out of manipulation. Out of control. Out of the emotional web he spun around you. The chains are broken, the truth is revealed, and my justice is here. Rest now, my child. Rest in knowing that I am God, and I have seen it all. The story is changing, and the ending belongs to you, not in pain, but in peace. You have waited long, and I have heard every unspoken question in your heart. You wondered, why would my own blood work against me? But I tell you, my child, this was not a battle of flesh and blood, it was a spiritual one. Your uncle became a vessel for forces that hated your light. They whispered to his mind, filling him with envy, feeding his desire for control. He thought those thoughts were his own, but they were seeds planted by darkness. Yet I am the gardener of souls, and I have come to uproot every seed that was not planted by my hand. This is the moment where I am drawing a divine line. The manipulation ends here. The control ends here. The confusion ends here. No more will his words echo in your spirit like a chain. No more will his voice shape your decisions. I am clearing the fog that surrounded your mind. I am lifting the veil so you can see clearly who you are, and who he has been all along. He wore the title of family, but he carried the heart of an adversary. Yet even then, I showed him mercy. I gave him countless moments to turn back, to confess, to release what was not his to hold. He could have been restored. He could have walked in peace. but pride hardened his heart. He saw your destiny and could not bear that you would rise beyond him. So he tried to suppress you, using words, influence, and manipulation to make you question your worth. But what he forgot, my child, is that when I choose someone, no amount of manipulation can reverse that choice. What I bless cannot be cursed. What I anoint cannot be undone by human jealousy. I have written your name in the palms of my hands, and no earthly relative can erase what I have established in heaven. You are entering a new season, one where truth walks with you like a companion. There will be moments when the truth cuts deep, but do not run from it. Let it heal you. Let it purify your perception. When I expose someone, I also expose the wounds they created, so they can be cleansed. That pain you once buried under silence will surface, not to harm you, but to be released. You will no longer carry the weight of pretending everything was fine. You will finally breathe freely again. Your uncle's exposure will be undeniable. It will not come through your words, but through mine. Circumstances will rise that reveal his actions without your involvement. His own patterns will turn against him. What he whispered in secret will find its way to light through divine timing. The same network he used to control the narrative will now become the means of his revelation. But I do not want you to watch this with bitterness. I want you to see my justice as love. For love brings truth to the surface. Love refuses to let you live under deception. Love exposes darkness so that healing can begin. I am not punishing to destroy, I am correcting to restore. My hand is firm, but it is merciful. You will see his downfall, yes, but not because you wished for it. You will see it because it must happen for you to rise in peace. He cannot remain in the same space I am calling you to. The old foundation is breaking so I can build something new upon it. The bloodline is being cleansed. The generational web of greed, pride, and jealousy that flowed through your family line ends with this exposure. You are the turning point. My child, I know the nights when you couldn't sleep, replaying words he said, wondering if you were the problem. You were not. You were the target. He saw in you what he lost in himself, a purity, a purpose, a faith that could not be bought or controlled. That is why he fought you. You reminded him of the light he refused to follow. You carried what he abandoned, and that light convicted him. But you have survived what was meant to silence you. Every tear you shed has now become a testimony in my presence. Every prayer you whispered in fear has become a weapon in my hand. I am using your pain as power. You will walk into rooms where others feel hopeless, and your story will release healing. You will carry an authority that only comes from surviving betrayal. You have thought many times, why do I always attract opposition? It is because of the anointing you carry. The higher the calling, the greater the resistance. You were chosen to bring a generational shift, and that means you had to confront what others were too afraid to face. Your uncle represented a stronghold, a spiritual gate that kept blessings from flowing freely in your family. But I have broken it. I have shattered the gate, and now blessings will flow unhindered. You will soon see reconciliation in areas you never thought possible. People who turned away from you because of his influence will begin to return. Hearts will soften. Relationships will heal. For I am restoring what was stolen, not just in your life, but in the lives of those connected to you. I am also dealing with the inner child within you, the part that wanted validation from him, the part that wanted to be seen, loved, and protected. I saw the moments when you hoped he would change, when you believed that maybe this time he would be different. But you can stop hoping for what was never meant to be. I am your father. I am your defender. What he could not be, I have always been. Your uncle is not your enemy, the spirit that used him was. But that spirit no longer has access to your life. I have sealed you. I have placed angels around you. No monitoring, no manipulation, no spiritual interference can reach you now. You are shielded by my presence. Do not be afraid when the exposure begins to echo through your surroundings. Some will call you, some will message you, some will act as though they knew all along. Stay quiet. Do not engage. Let me handle the noise. You are not responsible for explaining what I am doing. Keep your peace. Keep your focus. Keep your heart clean. There will be moments where the truth seems to spread faster than you expect. That is my hand moving. Do not fear it. When I move quickly, it is because I have already prepared the outcome. You will not be shamed by this exposure, you will be vindicated by it. I will even turn his confession into your confirmation. There will be words he speaks, out of guilt or pressure, that will prove everything you tried to say in the past. And when that moment comes, you will not need to say, "I told you so." Your silence will speak louder than words. Your peace will be the proof of my hand. My justice is never about embarrassment, it is about alignment. I am realigning destinies. I am restoring balance. I am lifting those who were wrongly pushed down, and humbling those who exalted themselves through deceit. This exposure will bring balance to your family. It will bring healing to old wounds that have lingered for generations. The power your uncle once carried is gone. The authority he misused has been stripped. You will notice it, the shift in energy when you see him or hear his name. The intimidation you once felt will be gone. The fear will disappear. You will look upon him and feel nothing but peace, because I have broken the chain. And you, my child, must rise now. You have carried this weight long enough. It is time to walk into the freedom that has been waiting for you. You will no longer live under the shadow of someone else's sin. You will no longer bear the consequences of another's choices. You are stepping into a season where I am redefining who you are, not by bloodline, not by what they said, but by what I have written about you before you were born. Do not rush this season. Let the healing unfold. I am touching places within you that were numb for years. I am breathing life into your confidence again. I am giving you courage to speak, to build, to dream, to live without fear of sabotage. I am restoring your voice, the very voice that was silenced by manipulation and guilt. You will find that even your prayers will sound different now. They will carry more authority, more fire, more clarity. You will feel my presence more strongly, because the spiritual interference is gone. You will begin to hear me clearly again. I will speak to you in dreams, in peace, in quiet moments, and you will know it is me, because it will bring comfort, not confusion. Remember this, I am not only exposing your uncle, I am elevating you. Exposure is the doorway to elevation. Once the false foundation collapses, I will build upon truth. And the truth will set you free. So when you hear the news, when the whispers turn into confirmations, lift your eyes and thank me, not for his downfall, but for your deliverance. Thank me for setting you free. Thank me for protecting you even when you didn't know you needed protection. Thank me for being the Father that never turned away. For I am with you, even now. I am wiping away every remnant of pain. I am turning every sorrow into strength. You will rise from this purified, wiser, unshakable. What was meant to break you has become the foundation of your power. Rest in my words, my child. The truth has begun to move. The story is changing in your favor. The one who once had control no longer holds authority. I am the author of your destiny, and my final word is freedom. You are out. Truly out. And you will never go back. My beloved child, now that you are free, listen closely, for this is the hour of your rising. The chains that once bound you have fallen, and the same light that exposes also heals. You are standing in the dawn of your restoration. What I am doing now is not only revealing truth about your uncle, but rewriting your story with peace and strength. You will begin to see how everything connects, the betrayals, the pain, the confusion, all of it shaped the vessel I needed you to become. You were not rejected, you were refined. You were not forgotten, you were hidden. I hid you while I removed the hands that tried to manipulate your purpose. I hid you while I gathered the evidence of injustice. And now I reveal you to the world, not as a victim, but as a living testimony of my faithfulness. Do not fear what comes next. Exposure always shakes the ground before peace settles in. The tremors are temporary, but the restoration will be permanent. I am rebuilding you stronger than before. I am giving you a voice that carries authority, because you have lived what others only read about. You have felt the sting of betrayal and still chosen to love. You have watched deceit surround you, yet you refuse to let bitterness consume your heart. That is why I trust you with elevation, because your heart remained soft even when life hardened around you. When I say, you are out, it means you are no longer tied to the cycle of emotional control. Your uncle's words, his manipulation, his spiritual influence, all of it is being erased from your atmosphere. You will soon notice that memories that once tormented you will lose their power. You will recall them without pain, because I am healing you from the inside out. I am also dealing with the unspoken effects, your fear of trusting, your hesitation to love, your guarded heart. I am removing the invisible walls you built to protect yourself. You don't need those walls anymore. My presence is your protection now. My spirit will guide you when to open your heart and when to be still. You will not be fooled again, for I have increased your discernment. You will see beyond smiles and sense the truth behind motives. There will come a time, sooner than you think, when your uncle will try to reach out. Not to manipulate, but out of guilt, fear, or brokenness. Do not respond with anger. Respond with peace. For you are not who you used to be. You are no longer bound to that chapter. I will give you wisdom to handle it. I will show you how to walk in forgiveness without returning to bondage. Forgiveness does not mean access. It means release. It means you no longer carry the burden of someone else's sin. I am calling you to forgive so your blessings can flow unhindered. Bitterness blocks what I am sending, but peace multiplies it. So release him into my hands and focus on what's ahead. The exposure was never about revenge, it was about clearing your path for destiny. Watch how your life begins to flourish now. Doors that were mysteriously closed will swing open. Opportunities that felt impossible will suddenly appear. People who once ignored you will seek your presence again, but this time, you will discern who is sent by me and who is not. I will protect you from counterfeit connections. Every person meant to walk with you in this next season will align effortlessly, no manipulation, no pressure, no confusion. I am restoring the joy that was stolen from your youth. You will laugh again, not the kind of laughter that hides pain, but laughter born from genuine peace. The heaviness that has followed you for years will lift like mist under the morning sun. I am renewing your energy, your confidence, your vision. You will wake up with purpose again. My beloved, you are stepping into a divine reversal. Where there was shame, there will be honor. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was loss, there will be overflow. You will no longer walk with the weight of what they did to you, but with the glory of what I have done through you. I know you sometimes still ask, why me? And I say, because I saw something in you worth protecting. I saw a heart that could endure, forgive, and still carry love. You became the doorway for change in your family. Through your endurance, I am healing generations. The curse ends here. The deception ends here. The hidden control ends here. You will raise your children, your household, your circle in truth and peace. There will be days when memories resurface and your heart feels heavy again. When that happens, come to me. Do not hide it. Pour your pain before me. Let my spirit comfort you. Healing is a process, but you are no longer alone in it. I am walking you through every layer until only peace remains. The exposure of your uncle will soon become old news, but your freedom will remain eternal. People may talk for a season, but you will walk in peace for a lifetime. Let them talk. Let them wonder. I am writing the final word on this story, and that word is victory. You will soon testify. You will speak of how I pulled you out when no one understood what you were going through. You will say, God saw what I couldn't prove. And many will believe in my power because of your story. That is why I allowed this to happen, not to break you, but to make you a witness of my faithfulness. There will be miracles around you. Financial restoration, divine connections, emotional healing, each one will carry the mark of redemption. It will be clear to all that I, the Lord, was with you. The same people who once doubted you will see you shine in peace, and they will know that no human hand could have done it. Remember, I am not exposing only a person, I am revealing truth in every part of your life. I am aligning everything with my will. Every hidden thing that once blocked your flow is being removed. Every false agreement is dissolving. Every unseen enemy is being scattered. This is a total release. You will soon stand in moments that feel surreal, answered prayers that once felt too delayed to be real. You will look around and see restoration in every direction. And you will say, it was worth it. Every tear was worth it. For I am the God who wastes nothing. Even the years that felt stolen are returning with interest. I am compressing time. I am accelerating your destiny. What was meant to take years will happen swiftly now, because I am making up for what was lost. My child, let this be written upon your heart: you are out, and you will stay out. You will not be pulled back into patterns of pain. You will not walk in circles anymore. The doors to manipulation are sealed. The portals to confusion are closed. You are stepping into wholeness, into truth, into divine freedom. I have seen your tears. I have counted your sighs. I have measured your pain, and now I measure your blessings. They will overflow. You will feel my presence like sunlight on your skin. You will know that the battle was real, but the victory is greater. Go forward now. Leave the ashes behind. I have turned your mourning into dancing. Your story will inspire others to trust me even when surrounded by betrayal. You will speak, and your words will carry anointing because they are born from truth. Never again will you live under the shadow of deceit. Never again will you question your worth because of someone's lies. You are chosen, healed, and lifted. Your uncle's exposure was the final act of a long battle. The curtain has closed on that chapter. Now the stage belongs to you, lit by my glory, covered by my mercy. Walk in it with confidence. Live freely, love deeply, and trust completely. I am God, and I have spoken. You are out. Finally free. Finally restored. Finally at peace. And nothing, no person, no lie, no darkness, can ever bind you again.